Number 1. So we are solving. Notice how we have variables on both sides of the equal sign. When that happens, I recommend starting with moving the smallest variable, which in this case is 5x. You move it by subtracting 5x from both sides. 11x minus 5x is 6x. So we have 6x plus 15 equals negative 9. Subtract 15 from both sides, you'll get 6x equals negative 24. Then you'll divide by 6 on both sides, and you'll get x equals negative 4 as your answer. Number 2. A truck can be rented from Company A for $70 a day plus 80 cents per mile. Company B charges $20 a day plus 90 cents per mile to rent the same truck. Find the number of miles in a day at which the rental costs for Company A and B are the same. First, we need to establish what we're looking for, which is number of miles. So x is going to be the number of miles. So starting with Company A, we got to write the expression for it. So Company A, the truck can be rented there for $70 a day plus 80 cents per mile. Remember, x is mile and per means time. So it'll be 70 plus 80 or 0.80x. Company B will be $20 plus 0.90x. Now, we're asked to find the number of miles in which the costs are the same. Same is another way to say equals, so we set them equal to each other. And now we solve that equation. We start by subtracting 0.80x from both sides, and we get 70 equals 20 plus 0.1x. Subtract 20 on both sides, and we get 50 equals 0.1x. Divide both sides by 0.1, and we get x is 100. So at 100 miles, the rental costs are the same from either company. Number 5 says solve the equation. What we're going to do first, again, variables are on both sides of the equal sign. We want to move the smallest variable first. The smallest variable is this negative 2y. So what we're going to do is add 2y to both sides. So we get 5y plus 2y is 7y minus 6 equals 29. Add 6 to both sides, you'll get 7y equals 35. Divide both sides by 7, and then y is going to be 5. So the answer for number 5 is going to be 5. Number 7, we are solving the equation. Again, we need to move the smallest variable first. The smallest variable is negative 8y. So what we're going to do is add 8y to both sides. So we'll get 9 equals 26y minus 4. Then we add 4 to both sides, and we get 13 equals 26y. Then we divide both sides by 26, and we have 13 over 26. Now this can reduce. Top and bottom could both be divided by 13. So 13 divided by 13 is 1. 26 divided by 13 is 2. So my answer is going to be 1/2. So y equals 1/2 for number 7. Number 8 says solve the equation. So what we're going to have to do first is distribute inside the parentheses. So on the left we'll have 6x minus 30. On the right we'll have 5x plus 25. We'll have to move the smallest variable first. So we'll subtract 5x on both sides, and we'll get x minus 30 equals 25. Add 30 to both sides, and you'll get x equals 55. So your answer is going to be 55 for number 8. Number 9, solve the equation. So the first thing we have to do here is distribute out this parenthesis here in the middle. So distribute the 4 into both of those. You'll get 2g minus 28 plus 20g equals 1 minus g. Now 2g and 20g are like terms, so add those up, and we'll get 22g minus 28 equals 1 minus g. Take care of the smallest variable first, which is this negative g, so add g to both sides. We'll get 23g minus 28 equals 1. Add 28 to both sides, you'll get 23g equals 29. Now we divide both sides by 23, So now g is going to be 29 over 23 because it can't be reduced. So this is our answer. Number 10. Determine whether the equation is an identity or whether it has no solution. So the first thing we're going to do is distribute out the parentheses. So we have on the left 2a minus 8 by distributing the 2. On the right, we'll distribute this negative. So we'll have 4a minus 2a minus 8. So now we got to combine like terms on the right. So 4a minus 2a is 2a. Notice how we have 2a minus 8 equals 2a minus 8. These are the same thing being set equal to each other. That means it's an identity. Okay, so for number 10, your answer is going to be an identity. Number 14. A skier is trying to decide whether or not to buy a season ski pass. A daily pass costs $64. A season ski pass costs $450. The skier would have to rent skis with either pass for $30 per day. How many days would the skier have to go skiing in order to make the season pass less expensive than the daily passes? So first, we're going to write down the expressions for a daily pass and a season pass. A daily pass costs $64, and that's going to be per day. Okay, so it's 64x. A season pass is just $450. That doesn't depend on the number of days. Now, regardless of which pass you get, it says you're going to have to spend $30 per day to rent the skis. So we have to add 30x to both of them. Now, for the daily pass, since you both have an x, we can combine them, since they're like terms, and we'll get 94x. So now the expression for a daily pass is 94x. Season pass will be $450 plus $30 per day for renting the skis. So now we got to figure out how many days would the skier have to go skiing in order to make the season pass less expensive than the daily passes. Now, to determine that, we need to figure out how many days we have to go by in order for them to be the same price. So we set them equal to each other. Now I subtract 30x from both sides to solve it. I'll get 64x equals 450, and then I divide both sides by 64. Now I'm going to get a decimal. What I get is between 7 and 8. So now I can either round up to 8 or round down to 7. I round down to 7 and I substitute it in for x because those are my number of days. It costs more to get the season pass, and that's not what I want. So if I substitute in 8 by rounding up, we see it's cheaper to get the season pass. So the number of days the skier will have to go skiing in order to make the season pass less expensive will have to be 8 days. So that's going to be the answer. Number 15. The perimeters of the triangles shown are equal. Find the side lengths of each triangle. So what a perimeter is the distance completely around. So you would simply add up all the sides to find the perimeter of each triangle. So you add up these three sides to find the perimeter of triangle A, B, and C. Add these three sides to find the perimeter of triangle P, Q, and R. So to do that, we combine our like terms. So we have 2x plus 2x plus 2x, which is 6x, plus 8 plus 7 is 15. So 6x plus 15 for the first triangle. For the second triangle, we have 2x plus 2x plus 3x, which is 7x, plus this 5 will be 7x plus 5. Now to find x that would make them equal, we would have to set those expressions equal to each other, and then we'd solve for x. So let's do that. So start by moving the smallest variable, which is 6x, so subtract 6x from both sides. We have 15 equals x plus 5. Subtract 5 on both sides, you'll get 10 equals x. Now we know what x is. What we need to do to find each side length is substitute in 10 for x for each and every side length. So for AB, we have an expression of 2x plus 8. Substitute 10 in. 2 times 10 is 20, plus 8 is 28. BC, we have 2x plus 7. Substitute in 10 for x. 2 times 10 is 20, plus 7 is 27. AC is just 2x, so that's just 2 times 10, which is 20. Now let's find the three sides of the other triangle. So we have 2x, which we already determined is going to be 20 by substituting in 10. 2x again is going to be 20. And then we have 3x plus 5, so we have 3 times 10 is 30, plus 5 is 35. Now if we did this correctly, these three added up, and then these three added up should give you the same number. The first three numbers added up gives you 75. The second three numbers added up gives you 75. So that means it's correct because those are our perimeters. And that's going to be your answer. Each of these numbers here is going to be each of the answers that go inside here.